world. Well, the topic today is about the Americans. They call them what? Black Americans. Now they're called African Americans. I don't think all of them has accepted that name, African Americans. Well, let's call them African Americans. You find out that lately, all they do now is snitching on one another, bringing out issues, talking against one another, forgetting the essence that they all emerged. The essence is unification. The essence is identification that they are minority that wants to be majority. So what I'm saying, in other words, today is that can they quit, slapping, talking, snitching? One of them did that. They slept with this. 50 Cent is always against his people. I know he speaks. Would we say the truth? I don't know. But why is it that all the time is always challenging? And when they challenge, it makes every other person forget the essence why they emerged. I know you asked me a question earlier about what I'm saying. What I'm saying, in other words, is why is there an organization that is funding this deviation, this confusion? Is what I don't know. Because they are coming out too much and everybody is talking against themselves. They're not moving forward as a black nation. What say you?
And how are they sending these messages out?
Okay. You mean how are they sending the messages to get to them, right? It's through the media. The messages are sent through someone like 50 Cent. 50 Cent is always challenging. 50 Cent is always there to bring out errors. I hardly would know of 50 Cent challenging a white person. He's always challenging his own race. I'm not saying that you can't talk about it, but when we challenge ourselves, we forget the essence in which we emerged. That is my topic today.
So, what do you think is the solution?
Well, you see, you're talking about what do I think is the solution. The solution is, can you listen to yourself? I mean, you're pointing fingers to probably your colleague, people you do same music with, people you act movies with. Okay, look at this. Nobody want to talk about this. Look at Whitney, Michael Jackson, Prince, Kenny Hendricks, if I'm correct with the names.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. They all died by drug overdose. At the peak, when questions is supposed to be asked, something happens to them. Before we know, drug overdose. When they are trying to get their royalty, where they want to start making money from what they've achieved, all of a sudden they die. And blacks are not thinking. Something is not right. So if we keep fighting ourselves, I don't think we're ever going to get there. So to conclude on this topic is, I'm just advising that, look, if someone is sleeping with someone else, a man sleeping with another man, it's bad, but can that just be their problem? That shouldn't be a national problem. That shouldn't be a problem for all black people to be talking about. That happens in white community, and we really don't hear this crisis. We should take that information, digest it, and keep it, and look forward. Not that we dwell in it, keep talking about this guy slept with that. Someone, before you know, tomorrow somebody comes out and say, PDD did that. Before you know, somebody comes out and say, this did that. Will Smith did that. Why are we so concerned about their errors? Let's pay attention to their merits. What say you?
How come the whites are not doing the same?
They do. They do. They do. The whites, as you said, they do. But you know why? They already know how to contain their information. They don't go around blabbing and pointing fingers. That's why we don't hear this white people's crisis, the way the black put themselves on the line. You feel me?
Yes, I do. I do.
So please, the moral of this podcast is always remember that when you snitch on yourself and snitch on yourselves, you are snitching on yourself because he only pulls you down. Cat Williams have been talking so much, which we should listen to. If you basically believe that you're gay or whatever deformity you have is your choice. But the fact is, don't take credit for what you've not sown. We all know the truth. Work with it. If you cannot work with the truth, stay away, leave the media. Don't start putting things together that doesn't make sense because people like what doesn't make sense. So they can start talking about it and wasting people's energy. I don't listen to what doesn't make sense. So this podcast is just straightforward. I'm praying and I wish we will get to the ears that matters. Pay attention to yourself. Don't dwell in gossip. Even if it's real, so be it. Let's move on. We are more important than the next man's problem. That's the topic today. Word?
Word.
Word.